It's now 7:30. Guys, thank you for coming out. If we can just close those back doors, please. So I would not be a good host if I didn't tell you where the toilets are, but nobody told me where they are as well. Right? But I do know it's straight through. You get to the face brick, and it's 2 doors. One's got a picture of a lady, one's got a painting of a man. Am I correct, man? Thank you very much. Guys, welcome to the send-off of Sea Point Swifts. They are the ABC Motsepe national. They're going to the playoffs. They are the provincial champions. I'm going to allow the team to first settle down because they needed something to eat. You know, the guys are prepping, they are nervous. But before I get there, I just want to welcome the president of SAFA Cape Town, as well as the national vice president of SAFA National. We've got Sibongile. I can never get his surname right. But I call him Sibu. He is executive member as well at SAFA Cape Town, a Mancom member. And I've got the other Mancom member who's head of competitions, Mr. Bayanda Sekiti. We've got the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Regan Allen. We've got the owner of the building in the house, Mr. Marlon Parker. Good evening, and I hope I've covered all protocols. To the media, thank you for coming out. To the guys at the back, my sound team, thank you. I'm going to ask you guys just to indulge us. The team is not ready yet. These guys are eating. But I see that the platters are still closed. You know, and it says here snacks on arrival, so nobody ate here yet. Am I right? We got a stiff crowd tonight. So I know what I'm getting. So I'm Ian Paco. I'm the MC for the night. I am also an executive member in the region, head of commercial affairs and marketing. I'm also a radio host on Voice of the Cape. If you don't know, I have to market myself. Right? But yes, guys, thank you for joining us. I'm waiting for the key again. But again, it's a club, Sea Point Swifts. The president is in the house as well, Mr. Wayne Waits. Good evening, sir. And I want to speak about Sea Point Swifts. It reminds me of Crystal Palace, if I may, if you indulge. 2025, they won the FA Cup, they won the Community Shield, and last night, they just won the Conference League. Sea Point Swifts, 2025. Am I right, Marlon? You started 2025, and 2026, you're the provincial champions. Give yourselves a round of applause administratively. That's awesome stuff. We know the state of football. Football is being played. Football is amazing in Cape Town, and that shows dividends when a team like this can go. I unfortunately went to the match. I don't know if I'm the bad omen, but I went to the match, the City game in the week. They lost 1-0, but we need them back in the PSL, and we need you guys in the NFD. That shows the pathway for our youth. The team is ready. I'm going to ask you guys to please stand up. I'm going to allow Coach Dylan, if you can. And as they come in, guys, please give them a round of applause. This is your Western Cape champions. All right, welcome, boys. How does it feel to be champions? Good. All right, you guys have a big job ahead of you. As I said earlier on, I'm Ian Paco. I'm your host for the evening. Guys, congratulations from the region. And I want to tell you guys, remember, you're going out there, you've achieved something already, but you're going out to represent your community, yourself, as well as this metro. And we know that it was a bit spotterig as a metro, right? So we want to be tagged as champions. After the game, I gave Hara a call. He didn't answer because he said he was in a wheelchair. Is that the truth? Right? But as we go on, I'm going to call on the first person to speak, and that is, I don't know, he goes as the chairman, but he says he's not the chairman. He says there's no leadership in this. Is Keegan? He's not in tonight. Okay. So, Martin Parker, over to you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm definitely not the chairman, but such an honor and privilege to have all of you here, and of course again to the immortals, as they are known. And the key thing for us has always been that what we do today can echo into eternity. But I would not do any justice. I know that we have to thank the Lord for His goodness and His faithfulness. It's been an incredible, it's only been 8 months since we started this journey, so it shows you what is possible if a group of people who believes in a vision, that believe that we can do bigger and greater things for our communities. We saw the outcome and the results thereof. But I just really want to say well done to the team. They know how I feel. They know how the whole of Art Labs feels. And for those of you that it's your first time here this evening, I would definitely encourage you to come back and come and see some of the things that we do at Art Labs. You're welcome to come and visit us. But I also just want to say thank you to the Art Labs team as well and if we could please give them a big round of applause. You don't always see them, but they're in the background making sure that things gets done. And of course, we are really excited for the week ahead when we represent and we reflect hope in everything that we are, because we want to ensure that the young ones that are here tonight can have big dreams, knowing that there is a possibility for them. Just on behalf of the team, the leadership, thank you so much for being here, even be it that it might be a little bit remotely. And of course, welcome, a special welcome to all labs. Thank you so much. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Right. So you heard, and I'm right now, I need guidance from you now. The number 8 spiritually is new beginnings. Am I right? 8 months. 8 months for you guys to achieve something. I'm ready. Over my years. I stopped playing when I was 15 years old. So I thought, this is not for me. That's why I became a politician with that gentleman there, rather. You know, we'll fight on top there. But again, guys, I'm now call upon the Sea Point Swifts team manager, or the coach, the guy that made us late. I told him kickoff was 7 o'clock. Dylan Dean, welcome.
Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, players, good evening. Good evening. I stand here. I said to them, to the players, that I've never cried so much this season. I cry very quickly, but this season was just emotions from take up, down all the time. And I think a lot we forget sometimes that a footballer's life is not an easy life. A footballer's life has so much emotions on the field, off the field. But I also think that footballers' lives, they sacrifice a lot. They sacrifice their time with their families on the weekend, in the week. And where we came in, where we wanted to basically become each other's family, was at the beginning of the season when we said we stick together as brotherhood. Where that became a key pillar for us. Our culture, they drove the culture. They did everything. I was just steering the ship myself and my technical team. And I salute them. During tough games, difficult games, they persevere. They stayed in it. And reward is always seen as the ultimate thing at the end is the trophy. But for me, the reward was to see how they grew as a team, how they developed as people. We weren't perfect. No one is perfect in this world. But the challenges that we did have, we overcame together. We stood by each other during tough times. And one thing always stands out for me was we lost a match. And I could see they were a little bit disappointed. But the response in the match after that shows me that these boys are there for each other during thick and thin. And I just want to say to them, well done again. Each and every one of you sitting here. Deep place in my heart. Deep place in my heart. To the parents, thank you for your support. Thank you for sacrificing with them also. Thank you for coming on a Saturday and giving the boys the support that they actually deserve. Going to Umtata, I thought over the weekend, in this week so far, what is it that I need to do with this team to make it easier for them when we go to Umtata? And my mind was running all the time. And I thought to myself, there is nothing that I can do with them. The only thing that I can give them is the belief in God. Because during those difficult times, He was the one that was always there for us. During the good times, He was the one that was there for us. When we asked for a favor, He was the one that delivered it all the time. And with that, we became stronger and stronger and stronger. Only by the grace of God. So, I don't want to talk much longer. I also, on behalf of the chairman, apologize that he can't be here. He's got a business meeting. I want to thank everyone that is here. I also want to thank SAFA Cape Town for this kind gesture. Put the team on the way. We really appreciate it. And we want to thank you for everything also that you do for football in Cape Town. We know there's always politics, there's always negative talk, there's always this, but in everything there's always something that is good. And the good thing about football is that it unites people and brings people together. I thought on Sunday I've never seen such a big crowd at a local game. I've never seen a big crowd. The guys over there said to me they had to open all the gates. The cars was right down the road, right down Rosemead Avenue. And the nice part was when they told me how much money they made at the gate. But again, Mr. Bailey, you and your team, thank you. We appreciate this kind gesture of yours with all our heart. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Coach. Now I'm going to ask the players. You heard the message about support. Now, we firmly believe that you can go far with the support of our parents. And I want you guys just to honor your parents that are here, just by giving them a round of applause, please. Where's the drummer boy? Is it safe? No noise. I hope he's going with you. Are you taking him with? Please keep him away from the speakers because I tried to watch the game at home because I couldn't get into the field. But all I could hear was this, Papa, Papa, Papa. All right, now I'm going to call upon the president of Metropolitan, Mr. Wayne Waits, just to come say a few words and put the team on their way.
Good evening and thanks, Ian, Mr. MC, Mr. Bailey, Marlon, and the other distinguished guests, and especially the players, coaching team. You'll probably ask, why am I here? I'm so glad this picture is reflected at the back of me, because I slightly want to journey why you are here, where these institutions that I represent come from. Before that picture, what you see in front of you did not exist. We were that side of the mountain. This institution that I represent, Metropol. We are 95 years old this year. The club I represent, we are 106 years old. Super Swifts. So I just want to reflect. So there was a lot of trauma, a lot of things that have occurred. And so we emerge and we see a new emergence, a new picture. So many of us do not necessarily have this understanding. Some of us went through. But what is important from Metropolitan? Firstly, we want to say to the team, well done. This achievement speaks volumes for the people on Cape Flats. Nie die mense van Bonteheuwel net nie. The people on the Cape Flats. This victory and this achievement speaks to that. And if I speak about the Cape Flats, Bennett and myself would now know, back in our days as struggle, and we were in the struggle, when we speak about the townships and we speak about the Cape Flats, we refer to the colored community and the black communities. Because before 1960, we were behind that mountains. Sipho Swifts started in 1920 in Tramway Road in Sea Point. That road still stands. So you can also, so if you ask, and I'm so glad that Dylan speaks about this thing of families. This club and this association that I represent was found on these principles. Those aunties, grandparents, and whoever were the silent voices. And when you go into the history books, two of us has been now on this journey of writing up and getting the things. You will never hear these voices, but you will hear the stories when you're in the conversation. The actual role of parents, mothers, what role they played in our lives as sports people. You know, parents were there, or dad was there, now you must play, or whatever. But the mother made sure that some of those building blocks, I can attest to it. Kapman came there as well to our club, apart from Sipho Swifts. We played together. So we know it was founded on a very simple foundation about family, family values, brotherhood, support for each other. And at the present moment, on the Cape Flats, this is what we require. When this call came about Sipho Swifts and Hope, and everybody went about this, was a very simple conversation, because when we found each other, it made very easy business sense for us. Hope is contagious. Our club, when we reached the century, we had to ask ourselves this question: deep, where are we? What is it that we need to do? And we became centurions in COVID. And we couldn't celebrate. Other clubs could celebrate. We could not celebrate because we were still in terms of in COVID. But let me fast forward to you, not just from the people of Bonteheuwel. I was there in the message to the clubs, to the players in particular. I was there in 2000, representing, playing in Nelspruit. We were at national playoffs. This mindset has to be different. The one that adapts the easiest to local conditions is the one that gets across the line. Not a fancy play. Ons was maar boetjies van Bonteheuwel en Langa. Because our team was made out of Bonteheuwel boys and Langa boys, because Sipho Swifts and Langa had a rich history in terms of way back. And that history is still continuing. But what's important is for you to really go out and express yourself in the manner how you did it, to where you are, going there on that journey. And it's an important journey. Some of you are going to learn from those that had experienced already. Craig, there, that gentleman as well. I mean, Some of you would not know, but his dad was one great football player. It's a pity there was no videos or no movies towards things could have shown. Thailand himself, we played against each other. He's from Strandfontein. But what is important, how we adapt, how we create, and we finish off what needs to be finished off there. There's no second chance. There's only one chance. That chance needs to be taken. That celebration is important at the end. What is now important, how we think and how we take it forward. So I want to wish you well on this journey. And I also want to say to SAFA Cape Town, on behalf of Metropolitan and Sequence Wolves, thank you very much for the gesture in terms of the manner and how you basically, to Marlon, in the absence of Rowan as well, I want to say thank you very much in terms of this journey that we've started. We know we've got a lot still in terms of the things that we're going to do, but what's important now is the first building blocks. And therefore, thank you very much and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Waits. So what we take out from that is that hope has longevity. You're taking the mantle from a 106-year-old club and you got to run with it now, right? There's no better reward than playing in the NFD come 2026-2027 season, right? I now call upon I think he's the coolest politician. I think so. I must tell him that. We have coffees together. We always have the nuts and bolts meetings, right? But he's the coolest guy I know. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Regan Allen.
Mr. Ian, you are too kind, but let me firstly be very official to Mr. Bennett, SAFA Cape Town President, as well as our National Vice President, to EXCO members of SAFA, Orlev's founder Marlon Parker, Coach Dean, together with Assistant Coach Daniels. I see Orlev's Director, Mr. Craig Dumont, at the back as well, because I'm deeply honored, firstly, to be here and to say a few words. I'm so aware of what soccer and football represents in our communities. We have seen the devastation of gangsterism and of crime. And football and soccer is an avenue, is a vehicle out of gangsterism, away from all of the difficulties that life often puts in front of us. The LFA Metropolitan President spoke now, so there's not much that I can say after this, because it would be remiss in this building not to also reflect and pay homage to Diadora, to pay homage to Hanover Park, to Zizwe, to Junction Rovers, to Cape Town Spurs, to Vasco, because all of those teams made you stronger. All of those teams ultimately made you stronger. Mr. Bennett facilitated in its time at government mass participation. When we have mass participation at the local level, it ultimately leads to more people playing, which makes talent identification so much easier. And that's what this club ultimately also now represents, to ensure that we can create hope for so many others. And hope isn't a silly notion to the parents. It's not devoid of reality. It ultimately sees the challenges. But hope allows us to rise above the difficulties, rise above injuries, rise above times when we even doubt ourselves. So on behalf of the Western Cape Provincial Parliament, I wish you all of the best. May your journey be well, may it be safe, and may you come back as confirmed players in the NFD come the following season. Mr. Bailey, in this venue, so many things were said. So I almost just wanted to say SAFA President and not all of the others, Because we want to speak things into existence. That even if you are a so-called colored person or a black person, that you can ultimately dream, you can hope, and you can ultimately reach your dreams. I've watched a few of your games, and I've seen how good and dedicated and committed you are. So once again, I wish you all of the best. Mr. Ian, thank you so much for the opportunity, and go well, and may we all watch online. I think, Mr. Bailey, the first time that we've seen an online, and there's over 500, 600 people viewing. So even if people is viewing online, consistently 600 and more people are viewing and watching you on YouTube in a live game. So we are with you and we support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. You see why I say he's the coolest guy? Let me give you a secret. He was a striker also. But then they said something about your boots, the size. So yes, guys, you heard the message. That's from the province. So everybody's behind you. As I said, you're representing the community, your family, your club, yourself, and it can only bode well for you. I know the guy with the gentleman there with the blonde Chris Brown hair. You can hide here, but you can't hide on the field. There's talks of your life to be playing PSL. And if last night's team announcement for the World Cup does not inspire you to go out, I think how many games do they play? 2 or 3 games this weekend? 2. It's 180 minutes. It's all it's going to take. Make that the best 180 minutes of your life. Okay? I now call the honor of working with this gentleman on a daily basis. Do not take up the role that I take up in the organization, because I get that calls at 2 o'clock in the morning when he has a epiphany or an idea. It's my phone that rings when he comes and he lands from whatever country and he tells me, can we implement this? And if I don't answer, best believe we have a relationship where he blocks me. All right? He doesn't answer his call when I call him. But it's an honor and it's a privilege to always be around him, to learn from him. And when they say there's a wise man said something, that's the wise man in our community when it comes to football. Guys, your hands and my hands for the National Vice President, as well as the President of SAFA Cape Town, Mr. Bennett Bailey.
Thanks, Ian, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evenings. That's nou soos met 'n salute. Thank you for the introduction, and I must also thank the speakers who spoke before me, because it really lays the foundation for what I'm about to say. Okay, I've prepared myself, and you know, and Gretchen loves this one because it always messes up when I speak about the staff. What I do is that, Deputy Speaker, I finish my speech. Then I ask my girlfriend to have a look at it. And that's my problem, because then she gives it back into a different type of story. I've even missed, and I asked Sibongile, where's Dylan in here? Can you see Dylan? He said, no, he's not even in here. So my girlfriend doesn't like you, sir. Coats. But I had to write it in by hand. So you're back into the scope. But and the reason why I normally write things down, I want to be coherent. I do not want people to say that, so he just repeated all those other things. I love to be coherent because I want to leave you with a takeaway. And tonight you're going to hit the road, you're going to go into competition. So I want you to have something to take with you. But I also want the supporters and the parents who are your biggest support base to also have something to take with them. So there's going to be a message for each and every one in itself. So as I acknowledge all the dignitaries, including the Deputy Speaker, and Ian told me already that you would be here, so my girlfriend didn't Tipex you out. Oh, she knows him. So that is still in there. So I need to acknowledge you, the leadership of Hope or Sea Point Swifts. Mr. Waits, you gave the young people quite an important message as well, and some history. And I think it's important that we connect where we come from as to where we are now, so that when we plot the way forward, we're not going to make the same mistakes like we did before. So thank you for reminding us of that. The parents, the players, and then ultimately yourself, as let me acknowledge you as the Western Cape League champions. Now that is it's been a tough journey. You've been in the toughest group. And anybody could have died in that group, isn't it so? Anybody. But when I looked at you at one training, it was as if I was looking at myself and Wayne Waits. Now we were super fit, isn't that so, Wayne? Kapman lag nou raar, so ek weet nie as hy saam met ons kan praat nie. But we were super fit. But we saw that in you. So when you're super fit, you can do anything. You can run, you can think, you can outmaneuver whoever. However, it started with something. And as you know, I'm a pensioner. So I sit at home. I'm a pensioner now. I'm going for my 6th year now to be a pensioner, Deputy Speaker. So that's how long I've left government. So I'm relaxing in front of TV. And as you know, I'm very active on social media. And I have a very active following on social media. And I saw a message went off. And this person asked for my phone number. She wanted to phone me. And the person was none other than Lydia Anderson. And if you know Lydia, that was the last captain of the SACOS netball team. She was the last SACOS captain. And an athlete, one of the best athletes we've had. And if I'm not mistaken, she was also the chair of Sea Point Swifts netball. And she played a leading role in SACOS in non-racial sport. And I gave her my number and she phoned. And she explained to me that her son want to invest in football. I said, let him phone. And we had a discussion as to where and what should happen. And she also raised a couple of issues, or he raised a couple of issues with me. And I told him in no uncertain terms, when it comes to football, there can be no issues. It's only those negative people who want to plant the seed of doubt in the minds of people who will spread nonsense about SAFA and anybody else. And I'm leading this organization. When it's football, it supersedes everything. And he understood that very well. And then he told me about the coach must be Dylan Dean. So I asked why. Now remember, this is now the inception. This is the seed being planted. But he spoke about you, Dylan. I said, why? He said, because this guy will assemble the team that will carry hope for us. I said, okay. Hy gee my nou koue rillings. Nou sit ek reg op. Ek het geslaap voor die TV soos 'n ou man. So okay, explain to me. And he explained. The instruction from his mother was, it must be linked to Sea Point Swifts, no one else. Because that is her foundation, and that gave rise to him being where he is today, and that will create hope, and that will inspire hope throughout the Cape Flats, and that is what we need as a society. I said, kwaai my bro man. Kwaai man. Sy praat amper soos ek man. And that was then how everybody came together. And everything, like I said, the rest is history. But then I saw Clayton. I say, yes, like a nou mos die machine nie so man. Dis mos 'n machine, dis mos die monster wat hulle nou het daarso. Now how can you go wrong? You have the best coaching team, you have Kappies there, and Kappies played in the national team. So these are guys who campaign at the highest level. So what they're going to transfer over to you, it's only going to be the best. Nothing else but the best. And then my team, Changson Rover said, ons gaan vir hulle wen. Owens, you remind me of my cousin. Hy score altyd 3 uit 100 uit, but he prepares himself to pass the end exam. Sê nou my broers hier dieselfde nie. So the first game you wallop them, was it 4-0? I think it was 4-0. I said, no, we're going to take revenge the second game. Hy sê, nee ouwens man, die gaat die weekie. Die 4, ek het gesien 4 was 'n geluk. It should have been more. Then the second game was 8-1. I said, no, that is a true score. They said, no, but we scored against them. I said, nee, is weekie so nie. Is weekie so nie. Hy was 'n geluk goal gewees. Hy goal het vir jou gelukkig hier. So, what I'm trying to tell you is that you are cut above the rest. Right from the word go, the plan was that you should not be mediocre. You should not be like the rest. You should be a cut above the rest. So the team that was assembled was to make sure you become the best. You are no longer amateur, and you're not in an amateur setup. You prepared yourself to be professionals. Now, when I look at some of your social media posts, you do what you're doing. Your whole program, for the mere fact you came in and you said, no, you guys are having a bite. Daai ouens van Junction Rovers, you know, Regan Ellen, hulle moet nog aan die tyd gehad maak by die huis. But these guys, they got this. They already professional outfit. When I look at your social programs that you tackle even here at our labs, it is what professionals do. They connect with society because that is ultimately who supports and makes them or break them. And you're already there. So you have moved away from being amateurs into the realm of professionals. This league that you played in, I must tell you, it was a warm-up for you. You've prepared yourself for something bigger. You have prepared yourself for the National First Division, nothing else. But you had to get through this one. Theodora is good. And he said, Junction Rovers, Mariana Owens is good. But you had to go through that. Those are stepping stones to success. But you've maintained that professionalism in you. There's one more destination. Now, tonight, your first game is it Ravens? Ravens. Now, you know they're having a prayer evening today. You know that? Huh? And I said they need all the praise. Ek het nie jokes gemaak nie. So Mario, moet nou nie kwaad wees my as jy sê ek maak nou jokes van religion nie. But they need all the praise. Not that you don't need it. They need that because you're going to wallop them. That's the second game that you're going to play. The first game, we don't care about the first one because the second one, that's going to go and take the field, that's you. And that's where you're going to clap. And you're going to walk right through. This is no longer, for you, it's no longer a marathon. And the playoffs, it's different. It's a different type of competition. It's not a league where you can meet Junction Rovers again. No. It's won and gone. And this is a competition format you're going to play now. A knockout format, rather tournament format that you're going to play. And this is smash and grab. Coach, this is smash and grab. You know that one. If you cannot do the smash and grab, someone will smash and grab on your side and you'll be gone. So the tournament will be different. And this is also where every tackle matters. Every mistake that you make will get punished. Every team arrives desperate, like Ravens. Tonight they're having their prayer service. They all arrive hungry, and they all believe that this is their opportunity to change their lives. Like you believe. The one who believes strongest will succeed. The intensity will rise at the day in itself. The pressure will rise. The tactical battles will rise tremendously. But so must you. Don't let them rise, dan sê jy hierso en wag, miskien kom hulle af. Hulle kom nie weer af nie. You must rise above, you must overtake them. The good thing is this, your preparation is already at that level of National First Division. They must still get there. Your mentality is already there. Your professionalism is already there. Go to the playoffs now and go finish the job. Go and make the Western Cape proud. Go and make Cape Town proud. And more, especially, go and make the Cape Flats proud. Go and create hope. What your name is. Hope for every child who lives in football can change their lives. Hope for every community that feels forgotten, because you will remind them and you will connect them that there's hope for them. Hope for every young player who dreams of becoming a professional footballer. Champions, your moment has arrived. Go and get it. Salute.
And then he drops the mic. All right, guys, we've come to an end. We had to say the thank yous. But I want to take a message here from the environment that we find ourselves in, is that we can't be here and we can't do anything without God. That's the center, and that is your center. Right? That 180 minutes that you're going to play like you're playing for Him. Okay? Our labs, guys, you make it known. It's something I profess on the radio, is that education and sport can coexist. Don't let anybody ever tell you that it can't, because that's where the balance comes in life. Right? Thank you to our labs for being here and for hosting us tonight. Thank you for my technical team. Thank you to the media. Mr. President, thank you for coming. The SAFA Cape Town Executive, the leadership of our labs, thank you for having us once again. Where Chantal, I did bring my own platters. Well, laat die mense nou eet asseblief. When you leave here, it's late. I've got the deputy, thank you. We're going to have a coffee in the next 24 hours, 48 hours again. We can speak about the other nuts. No? Right? But there's something that we want to do, and I'm going to call Mario up, one last person. Can we unite the Cape Flats? Can we just have a chain? If we can meet in the middle. Right? Just a prayer to send us off and the team. Guys, good luck. Technical team, Kapman, you know how much value I've got in you from that time. I beat you once, no? Coach Dylan, Coach Clayton, thank you very much. Okay. They want to play a video? All right. So before we do the last goodbye, we're going to play the video and then I'll come back up. Thank you.